Hey everybody, Nathan5184 here, and welcome to another music reaction. And today we are reacting to Sacrament of Wilderness by Nightwish. This is from their From Wishes to Eternity concert. This is actually another concert that I know I've done a couple reactions to that I have enjoyed quite a lot, especially with the Tarja time frame of her performances. Between that and End of an Era, those have been absolutely fantastic performances. I know this song was actually one that was, I think it was very highly recommended on my last Tarja Nightwish reaction, so really looking forward to it. I've enjoyed absolutely every reaction I've done to Nightwish, has been thoroughly enjoyable. It has always done a number on what I would count as my top Nightwish songs. The only thing that's really been a constant is probably the song Storytime at #1, but in terms of everything else down there, I feel like if I would have done a top 10 list, 2 months ago, that probably would have changed about 5 to 6 times by now. That is how good their stuff has been and how fun this journey has been. I've really enjoyed absolutely everything I've heard from them, and it's like every time I hear them, I just want to go out and just buy some of their CDs, but at the same time, it's almost like I kind of don't want to, because I feel like if I do that, then I'm going to come to some of these reactions and it's probably going to ruin the fresh reaction to the songs. So I'm sure in time it's probably going to happen. I know, like, especially with Annette, a lot of her stuff I heard was from the Imaginarium album, and good Lord Almighty, that is such a wonderful album so far. It could very well, I'm not going to say it is going to be my favorite album, because again, I haven't heard enough of Tarja and Floor yet to really determine which album I would like, but all I know is that so far everything I've heard from Imaginarium has just been oh my goodness. That might be one where I actually break my rule and go off and try to find it and get it, but in the meantime, we're just gonna focus on this one. Really looking forward to this one. This should be a really fun one, so we'll go ahead and get started. I will leave a link to the original video in the description below. Let's go ahead and get started. I am already liking this one a lot. Oh wow, Empu wasted no time in showing off. Oh, this is pre-Marco. Okay, I have to keep that in mind for... Anything that involves Empu heavily is a winner. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, I think Ghost Love Score is always going to be my favorite Tarja number. But this right here, I'm not even going to place it at 2. I'm going to place it at 1B. Holy cow, this is such a good number. I love this so much. And I think what I love so much about this is the more I was listening to it, I don't know how many of you played Final Fantasy 14, but the first thing that usually comes to my mind, at least that was really starting to get strong as it was going on, is I think to myself, this sounds like this would be perfect, like boss battle music for like dungeons that we would do, where you get together with a group. You know, you have your tank, you have your DPS, you have your healer, and everything like that. You get together, you go through, and then you get like this final boss, and they usually have their own music on there. I feel like this would be a perfect number for a boss battle. Not even in just an MMO game, really any game. And I think that's why I love this so much, you know, being a gamer, is I get a feeling like this could easily go into a video game for a boss battle, or even in a movie in kind of like a montage type matter, just something where, you know, you got people really just gearing up to face some sort of, you know, insurmountable odd type of battle, but yet they're going in, you know, knowing full well that, you know, things may not end well, but it's something they have to do type of deal. And I think that's why I'm enjoying this so much. This is such a fun number. I love it so much. And as I said before, anything where Empu is heavily involved with it is a winner for me. That dude is probably my favorite part of this band. Just not just his guitar playing skills, but seeing the energy and the joy he brings when he performs. It is just amazing. And it's kind of funny because I know in my past few reactions I was talking about how I really needed to start showing Marco some love, but I just now finally realized and noticed that apparently with this Wishes to Eternity is pre-Marco. Because before, I always thought he was one of the OGs, but apparently he was actually not the original bassist with the group. But I really think that really goes to show you just how great of a group they are, because it's like no matter how many pieces they replace, you don't really, at least in my opinion, you don't really lose the feel. Like, it all feels like it's still pieces that just naturally fit. You know, now some may have a different style, you know, and fit more of a different style, but as a group in general, you know, I don't feel like they've ever missed a beat no matter who has been replaced, whether it was Marco replacing, I don't remember this bassist's name, whether it's the change of the vocalist, or even Yuka getting changed on the drums, you know, because everything still feels such a perfect fit that you really lose nothing. It's such an amazing testament to them as a group. This really does have like a strong video game feel to it. Woo! You can never go wrong with that, man. You might have people say more cowbell, I say more Empu. Ooh! Okay, that's a new bit for me. I don't recall seeing something where Tomas is that heavily featured. I like it though. All right. All right, y'all. That was Nightwish, Sacrament of Wilderness. Again, another great number. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I really love watching them live. Oh man, I just don't know what more I can say that I haven't said already, even in just this video. Outside of the fact that the more and more that I am consciously trying to focus on each vocalist with each time I do a reaction, me personally, I'm not one to, I guess you could say, care so much about a lineup. I'm the type where it's like, I don't care who's in the lineup. If I like what I'm hearing, I'm good to go. But I've seen some people where pretty much after Taria left, they were kind of done with Nightwish. There's some people who really don't care about Nightwish prior to Floor. There's some people that just flat out try to ignore the period where Annette was in there. But I really firmly believe that each of the vocalists have their own merits to it. Like I said, I've thoroughly enjoyed everything I've heard. It hasn't mattered who was in the lineup. I've very much enjoyed everything I hear. I will say this though, the more I'm starting to listen to I'll just call it the Taria era of Nightwish, I guess I can say I understand why some people really just couldn't stay with the band after that, because yes, I will admit the sound and the music did change after she left, but it's because she had a very, I guess you'd say, specific style of vocals, and again, that really goes to Tomas really to write the songs that really spoke to her strengths. But then when they got Annette, he did change it up a little bit because he had to meet to her strengths, but they still sound absolutely great. They definitely were not the same. I'll give everybody that. It definitely changed, but that's really, to me, that's a necessity for a group to really last. You can't do the same thing over and over for an extended period of time. You have to change, you have to evolve. And seeing that they did, multiple times, you can even kind of hear it when, say, Floor does her version of Ghost Night Score. You can tell that there is a little bit of change in there, because I would say she's not as strong in those type of vocals as Taria is, but she is still great at doing that. That's the whole thing about it. But I just will say this, I do understand why some people probably fell off a little bit after Taria left. Based on what I've been hearing and reading and everything, it doesn't sound like exactly on the best of terms that she left. So I can see how that would leave a sour taste in some people's mouth too, because she is an absolutely wonderful vocalist. And at some point I probably will start going on. I know I got some stuff that she did solo post Nightwish that I will probably react to as well, just to get used to her more as a vocalist. And even though they are post Nightwish reactions, I probably will still post those in my Nightwish playlist, just because she is obviously a direct connection with them. But all that being said, this was absolutely fantastic. This is probably another concert I would love to do probably a full live stream on. That would be something that I would probably reserve for the Docs crew, my Patreon. I have dabbled with the idea of bringing it back to the YouTube membership, so that's just too much for everybody to go to. But if you just go down to the description, I do have a link to my Patreon. You can do a 7-day free trial on that to see if it's something that you'd be interested in actually subscribing to. It is $5 a month, and you will get access to a Discord for that. That way, when I do something like this, like if I was to do a full live stream of this, I would probably post it in the Discord, so we could all be in the Discord discussing it as it's playing together, whereas instead of you just watching it on YouTube type of deal. But again, that's just totally up to you. I'm not gonna fault anybody if they can't do it. I understand that sometimes is a lot to ask for, but if you want to do the 7-day free trial to give it a shot, see if it's something you're interested in, definitely feel free. You know, and it also has full watch alongs of some of my TV and movie reactions that I've just recently started doing. And you know, this is probably something that I would definitely love to save for you know, the Patreons, to do like full concert watch alongs. Like I know I've got the Jacksons Victory Tour concert, I've got the Yak and Open Air concert. I think I saw a link for this full concert. This would probably be a full concert I would love to do too. There are so many things that I would love to do with that, but in order for me to do that, I would want at least 10 patrons in order to do that. That way we get a nice watch along together in Discord, because you know, this is kind of a community I kind of want to build. But neither here or there, really has nothing to do with this video, so I'm just gonna stop it right there. And just thank you all for stopping by, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reaction as much as I enjoyed reacting to it. Really looking forward to my next Nightwish reaction. Next one will be another Annette number, and good Lord Almighty, she has been an amazing journey as well. Her stuff has been so beautiful. Oh boy, it's gonna be a good one. But either way, thank y'all for stopping by, and I will catch y'all down the road.